To my wife and I, it was a big deal. Our eldest daughter was getting married. At that time, it was the greatest social event to take place in our nuclear family. Preparations were made both in Saudi Arabia, where my wife and I were working, and in the groom's house in Nigeria. Wristwatches, groom and bride, gifts, items, and invitation cards were sorted out in Saudi Arabia. We also bought bales of clothes and hair gear materials that were given freely to relatives and some close friends for them to sew, wear, and attend the wedding. In addition to hotel accommodations, bookings for visitors, we built a 3-bedroom boys' quarter to accommodate those who will be in the house to do the cooking at home. Then came the wedding day. As early as 7 a.m., the sky went blue, followed initially by some drizzling of rain, which dovetailed to heavy downpours. Then the people started feeling downcast and saying that the rains would disrupt the wedding programs. But I entered my room, locked the door, and went down on my knees, asking the Holy Spirit to take absolute control of every facet of the program for that day. And shortly after I started praying, the Holy Spirit fired into my spirit Luke 12, verses 54 and 55, and Job 37, verse 22, from where I got the assurance that the weather will be clear. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway you say, there cometh a shower. And so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat. And it cometh to pass. Luke 12, verses 54 and 55. Fair weather cometh out of the north. With God, his terrible majesty. Job 37, 22. So I declared, the rain should stop, and that fair weather should commence. I came out of my room and announced to everybody to cheer up, because the Holy Spirit has assured me that the sun will soon rise in the sky, and the wedding program will be carried out fully. And that was it. About 1 hour later, the rain stopped, the sky went bright, and the wedding program was successfully and beautifully carried out. God can suspend natural laws in favor of his children. In Joshua 10, verses 12 to 14, we are told, then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, son, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Joshua? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hastened not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord had fought for Israel. That same God, who is no respecter of persons, can do whatever he had done before again.